Yeah, Eagles wear boxing. Y'all know. Monday, let's get it. I'm listening to birds, y'all. Yeah, yeah, I'm a grown ass man. I love birds, man. I got a wild dove now, so he took over my little space for my. I got some basil out there, so that's where he. That's where she's living, I guess, cause she got a couple of eggs in there. Little, not like the chicken eggs, man. They're kind of small. They're about an inch, a little bit less, maybe 3/4 of an inch by maybe half an inch, something like that. Somewhere around there. Little small eggs up in there. Makes you feel like things are still okay when you can hear some birds. If you don't hear no birds, it's not a good feeling. Yeah, but they out there. They out there. They got a little ruckus going on out there. Oh boy, how many stories we got in this boxing? We got promises, y'all. Some everybody, everybody's energy is everywhere, all over the place. Yeah, all over the place. So, but maybe we can get some fights. Maybe. Yeah, I screwed up over the weekend. Uh, on some of my picks. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of things going the way that they went. Shout out to Lubin Erickson, right? Lubin. So, he came through and in flying colors and stuff. I just didn't have him, back in the picture, so soon. So that's my fault, for not having him back in the picture. Um, yeah, I was thinking it's going to take him a little bit of time, to get back at it. But he showed why his name is Lubin. He came in and got it done. Came in and got done what he needed to get done. So, hey, muchos congratulations to him. Let me see. Yeah, I ran a little bit late. Of course, this program. It seems like every Monday, not necessarily every Monday, but a lot of Mondays that this program it decides that it cannot start without some type of update, something like that. So it is what it is. Always get some kind of stupid update or something. It's like, why you got to keep updating? When I had that premium plan, we wasn't going through all this updates. But now that I don't have the premium plan, we got to go through a bunch of updates all the time. Update. It's like, did anybody call for an update? No, I didn't. Leave me alone. Just play what we got to play. A lot of hearsay out there, right? Yeah, we got a lot of hearsay out there. So is that mostly what it is? And I don't like to really report too much on hearsay, but it makes for a show that's just more or less a fantasy show. That's more or less what it makes out for. You know, it's just all it is. It makes out for it like a fantasy show, uh, where we can guess where we're going next, and things of that nature. Nothing really definitive. Because when fighters are, speculating, when they're giving us different ideas of what they're going to do, then what do we do with that information? We take that information and we go, okay, well, he said he's going to do this. He said he's going to do that. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do. Yeah, I had Lubin with the unanimous decision, but hey, Lubin decided he going to do other things. Let's just pull it up. Let's see what we got. Let's see if I can find my results. Yeah, they got this. This is so stupid. So stupid the way they have this thing. Every time I read something, it's like it always has to be the worst ever. I never even heard about this F-111. It's supposed to be a warplane. It's built to kill everything. Why you need a plane to kill everything? Man, sometimes this earth is just so violent it don't make sense, man. We gotta kill everything. Why? Why everything gotta be killed? Might as well kill it. It sounds like that. It sounds like going through basic training or something. You want to kill. You got people that act like they don't want to kill, which is, I'm just saying, the military, they good. They good at manipulating you, because even if you don't want to kill, say, I ain't really, self-defense. You say that, I ain't really no killer like that, but they try to turn your ass into a killer. They start saying, well, if somebody's trying to harm you or whatever, would you protect yourself? Yeah, they'll get you. Back in the day, they called that the person who was trying to not necessarily defect, but the person who was trying to evade war. They called you a conscientious objector. That's the title you would try to use. And you had some guys that really, they actually, actually got out of serving because of that, because of that little ploy that they would use in the midst of, going off to war or something like that. But it didn't always work for everybody, because you had some psychologists. They're not really psychologists, but you had some people, or some military personnel, that could more or less, talk you into saying that you would fight and that you are a killer. I'm a killer. I'm a killer. I'm a killer. Make you turn yourself into a killer. Oh, excuse me. I see my paperwork in there screen, so just try to want to get that out off the screen. Just in case something's important over there. I want no numbers or nothing getting out. Poor little Javante. Couldn't get out of jail, huh? Still gotta do his time. I wonder how much time does he have to do anyway? Anybody know any of that? I don't really keep up on stuff like that. I like to know though. Traffic when I'm not giving up my right. Okay. Okay. Do do do, 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 do. Also, I'm hearing some type of a, I don't know, I just heard Wilder speaking, but supposedly he's trying to get a fight with Andrew Ruiz. And so maybe we can get that. That'd be nice to have. At least we got a fight coming up, right? And who else was it? De La Hoya is supposedly clowning, or Eddie Hearn, which I don't care about either one of them, because Eddie Hearn can clown De La Hoya, and De La Hoya can clown Eddie Hearn. It doesn't matter. They both ain't necessarily on my likable list. For some reason, that would become obvious to a lot of people, especially if you've been with me the whole time that I've been doing this, then you would know that I usually don't even allow those words to be used in here. As far as snake, at one point we couldn't. I think that, I mean, we couldn't use those terms in here, but I think that most of the time, I think in here that we actually go months. Shit, I think, to be honest, I think we almost went a year without even speaking those words up in Eagles Web. When it comes to these snakes, these promoter snakes. But if it's true about Canelo, then I am not 100% sure that I can just clean my slate and I can say, okay, Canelo, that's my guy now. Nah. He did too much suspect stuff, and he's trying to run out, and he's you know, the way he played his cards. I mean, he's really, whoever's behind him is pretty smart. Because right when he started, I mean, he started getting his people started hating him. Right, his last fight, his people was booing him and hating him. So now, then he comes over to PBC. Pretty smart move to try to get a lot of us back on his side. But then again, are we still on his side? I'm still not really caring what he does. I think maybe he could lose any of the fights if he's really going to have these fights. If he's going to fight Charlo, and then he's going to fight Benavidez and whoever else, I guess one more fighter. Can't think of who it is right offhand. But at the same time, he's making me feel, I feel a certain way, is because you still escaped fighting Bivol, because we needed to see you get a re-up with somebody besides Triple G. That's what we needed to see. And so we're not getting you re-upping with Bivol. Why? You're trying to play us and fight Badu Jack with some kind of, you know, weight clause, rehydration clause, and also special weight limit and stuff like that. You try to play us on that. And that was just like that was a trick play. A lot of people believed in it, but that was just a trick play because he knew Badu Jack wasn't going for that. He knew that. We need to see you get that Bivol smoke again, but we really didn't need to see it because you was going to get your ass whooped again. And you might have got knocked. You probably was the only that either get stopped or knocked out. I think you would have just got stopped. I don't think you would have got knocked out because you ain't the type that would take a knockout. You rather take a stoppage than than getting knocked out. You rather get stopped. I don't think you got the balls to get stopped. You got the balls to get, to get knocked out. You got the balls to quit. Even though people didn't necessarily see you quitting. But I like to keep you on my screen just so I can pay attention to what you look like when you are getting your ass whooped. And that's what you look like when you getting your ass whooped, is right there on the screen, just in case somebody forgot. Because I haven't taken that one down yet. I just leave it there like, yeah, this is you. and this is you getting your ass whooped. So that's it. That's what you look like when you get your ass whooped. And sorry about coming in a little bit late. I see I got a couple of thumbs up, but I don't see none of my people up in here, so I don't know what y'all doing. So y'all make it easier for me to get myself up out of here, because I still got a lot of work to do. This is Monday, so just be starting off my work, so got a lot of things to do. And I just wanted to say this, but I can't say it now. I have to wait until I actually somebody comes in, so I want to see exactly what they say. And so, and this is not, when I do say it, it's not a defense. It's not anything to do with defense, because you just defending too much. No, I don't. That ain't what I'm about. That's why I like to pose most of the stuff that I pose in here. I like to pose a lot of questions in here. I don't like to pose stuff to make it seem like, oh, this is factual evidence. I like to pose stuff in the form of a question, so that way you have an opportunity to answer it, and I can see where you're at, and then maybe if I don't have a solid position on it, then maybe I'll take on a solid position. I don't like to just jump to conclusions right away, because when you start jumping to conclusions when somebody says something, that means you're really you're too much. You're like a professional at when it comes to understanding. Like, oh, you understand what anybody's saying, and I'm not gonna put myself in that category to where I understand everything that somebody's saying. Oh, you know what I said? Okay, is that what you meant? Because to pick a person's brain, even if they give you the information, is not necessarily the correct information, because they could be messing around, or it might not, due to what they call due to time restraints, it may not be all the information that you really needed. But as soon as people hear stuff, they run with it. That's why I said I'm not running with none of this information, but what I'm doing, I'm just presenting the information so we can assess for ourselves, or we can, you don't necessarily have to assess. You can, analyze or whatever you want to do, and you can come up with your own assumptions, but not necessarily have to come up with an assumption. At least for me, it's better to just have the information. So for me, it's more of this is just in case. This information is for just in case. It's not pure information like, okay, this is bottom line information. No, it's not bottom line information. What it is information to it's information so that you have something to bank on or expect. Because I expect Wilder to fight soon. I do expect Jamal Charles to fight. I expect Jamel Charles to fight. I expect Shakur Stevenson to fight. I expect Haney to fight again. Teofimo, I expect him to try to come back. But the one thing now, in my assessment of Teofimo, I take it that it's kind of, he may be making a mistake on his own value. He may be feeling he's more valuable than what he really is. You understand? So if I take a break and I don't fight, will there just be like a high demand for me? You know what I mean? Is there going to be a high demand for me? Or it can or it cannot. That could backfire. If it's a high demand, then maybe I'll get more money. You know what I mean? I'll get more money because it's, because I'm high value. People want to see me. But that's one thing that we'll just have to see, and hopefully we see it, and hopefully we'll get them back. I really don't care, because a lot of things what you say out in public, it sticks in my mind right here because of all the things I've been through in my life. So you kind of sting me, um, when you want to erase yourself from, you don't even want to try to, you know, get better contracts or nothing like that. You more or less kill it. You kill your a relationship that never really started with PBC. You kill it already. You know what I mean? And that's something that you can't. You got to be careful. You got to be careful when you sit there and you mess up a situation before the situation even starts. You know? Yeah. And we're going to see. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to see if we actually get these fights or whatever else, or these fighters making up excuses. If you can't make the weight, you can't hold your weight or whatever. Don't. I mean, shit. You always got somebody you can fight. It's about going out there getting your money. But you guys act like if you don't specifically get nobody, like everybody ain't gonna be able to fight Canelo. Canelo can't fight everybody. Because what happened is Canelo waited too long to fight everybody. And people think he'll just blow through Spence like Spence ain't nothing, man. You got to realize that Canelo is he's a little dude, man. He's a little dude because he done packed on some muscle. That packing on muscles don't necessarily, it don't translate all the time, man. Did y'all just watch how Bevo beat him up, packed on all the weight and shit? Packing on weight don't mean nothing. Don't do you remember how James Toney packed on a whole lot of weight? A lot of these other fighters, they weren't quite as effective. They had the weight. All the weight was for is to keep them from getting knocked around. It wasn't because of power or nothing like that. I don't think that. To be honest, I think James Toney had real nice left hook. Um, I think he wasn't like a one punch knockout fighter, but I think he was effective and clean when he fought. His movement, head movement, and stuff like that. He kept offline and everything, and got underneath punches good, and and countered real well. But the weight had nothing to do with he didn't the weight didn't bring his power up any. When I say any, I don't mean like it wasn't so significant. Like, oh shit, now he got you know 40 more pounds of punching force or something. No, it's a skill set, and him just getting you tired because he wasn't putting people out. You never seen him putting people out in like one round, couple of punches, especially like champs. Like he just put a champ out. What people are making this fight seem like, and when it comes to Earl Spence, we ain't really gonna talk about the fight, but I'm just gonna talk about the way that some of the fans are looking at it. The fans are looking at this fight like as if it's a Mike Tyson versus a Michael Spinks fight. They're making it seem like Crawford is Tyson, like he's just gonna come in, blow Earl out the water, and that's it. I told y'all he didn't have a chance, And it's like I don't know where they get this assessment from. So that's my whole point is finding out where he gets this assessment from. You know? But another little rumor that, like I said, David Benavidez is talking about going up to 175. I don't know how true that is. If he can't get the fights, what's happening is you guys letting Canelo control everything. Instead of fighting him, just don't fight him. You guys just, I don't know, you guys just seem to do the opposite of what you should do. Holding out. I mean, Earl Spence knows that there's all kinds of fees for these belts and shit, but he still, just because of fans or he just wants the strap, he wants to have 4 straps, then he fights Bud. I would have moved up to 154. I'd have been like 2 tiers in the butt, but I would have moved up to, I would have moved up to 154. Let Bud, fight everybody down there and see what his star power is like. Yeah, I'm a little bit late, brother. Today, you got me. But that's what I would do. If I was Earl, I would have moved up to 154. I wouldn't fault Bud paying all those fees, man. 12%. Man, F that. I would have been gone. I would have let those belts go. Because he could have easily made up an excuse to his fans. He could have easily made up an excuse. He could have said, you know what, the sanctioning fees is too high, folks. I'm letting these belts go. I just wanted to grab them, you know. Just because I'm not, I mean, you got to pay money. Basically, you're paying money to become undisputed. I'd have let that shit go. I'd have been up to 154 so quick, fight more comfortable, or 160. Earl he should have been up there. He should have been out at 147. But now we got this fight, so yeah. All right, I see you, brother. Salute Derek. But I would have got the hell up out of there. I'm gonna pay. Just think about it. If it's your money and you gotta give up 12% of your money, more, besides taxes and paying everybody off, you let that shit go. You be like, no, I'm out of here. After that. Yeah. I think that's why Floyd was never undisputed. Yeah, a lot of people are too stupid to understand. Oh, Floyd never unified and blah, 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 blah. Y'all stupid. Because y'all don't realize this prize fight. Y'all don't realize he want to keep his prize. Just think about it. If it's a big fight, think about 12%. Even 12%. 12%, as they say, 50 million. 12% of 50 million is $6 million. Or roughly, about $6 million. Is that just chump change? Oh, yeah. To hold some belts? Huh? For real? Just so I can hold some. Now, listen to this part. For me to hold some fake belts. Not even no real stones, not even no real gold and nothing. Them belts fall apart. Those belts are pieces of crap. Just to hold that. And to think how selfish we are, because that's what fans are. We are selfish. We all wanted to see this fight. Which now I'm starting to think, you know what, Earl, you should have just said, forget it, man. You still a Hall of Famer, man. Forget that shit, man. You should have just moved up. Go on and beat Bud's ass, but I'm just saying you should have moved up, man. Now you can go and wreck him now, because y'all got the fight going on, but you should have moved up. F them belts. Don't even collect no more belts. Just go and fight. Just fight and make money. Beat up important people. Beat up people that's important enough to get you even more recognition, and just keep it going. That's what you got to do. You beat up those people that people think that, are so tough. Just beat them up. Just keep going. I would say beat up like 2 or 3 people at 154, and then beat up like 2 people at 160, and that's it. You don't need to go to like 165 or nothing. Was it 168? You don't need to go 168. Just, like I said, beat up people at 154. So you don't need but 5 more fights. You beat up at least 3 people at 154. And beat up 2 at 160. That's it. Then you can call it a career. That's it. That's all you really need. Yes, you just want to keep going in there. I mean, if you want to just, when you win, if you just want to, stay active, hey, I want 3 fights a year, then do that too. Get your money on. Just beat up some bums. Beat up 1 or 2 bums, and then beat up somebody that we think are special, and then just go on about your business. But I kind of agree with you that when you brought that up about the belts, like, where's all this money going? Because that might be an answer that a lot of us didn't, or a question that a lot of us didn't ask. I think we've asked that in here, but I think a lot of other places, they don't ask that question. But like I said, we're supposed to be getting promises and stuff like that. But and another thing with this, Canelo, all you guys aren't going to be able to fight Canelo. Everybody's not going to be able to fight Canelo. Simple as that. Canelo played his cards. He played a little bit shaky. His cards, he played the game a little bit shaky, but he had enough following when he did it. But now that he feels like he's faltering a little bit, now he wants to, all of a sudden, at least I'm hearing that he wants to get over with PBC now. All of a sudden, he started getting booed by his own people. So now he's like, oh shit, I better make some more moves. He's making all kind of money moves. But the trail is kind of thinning out for him, even though he's switching up and he's making it seem, oh yeah, yeah, right on, Canelo's over at PBC now. You see what that does? That's psychological for the people. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I can play him this way. All he's been doing is playing us the whole time, and people just don't get it. He's been playing us because he never gave us any of the fights that we wanted to. Now he's getting a little bit older. Now he can show that if he gets beat up, then it's because he got older, depleted. I'll tell you what, Bruce Gas already said that Canelo would look like he might have lost something. So he already lost something. So Derek, that Lubin fight, man, I had it going the distance, man, because I didn't trust Lubin, and Lubin came back and got us he came back and got the TKO, came back and got the KO. He got to get the F out of here. He put the get the F out of here on somebody. Got that KO in number 5. It was a lot more KOs than I thought. It was one. Actually, I had like about 4 KOs, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Martinez. How do I have that? Okay, so I messed up on Martinez. I put the wrong thing. I think I did. I put the wrong information down. Void 10 points. Okay. I had so Sriracha messed me up right away. End up being a draw. I don't know, man. Okay, I got that one perfect. Maury had the unanimous decision. I had that backwards, I think. Yep. He got the KO. And I had him with the, yeah, I should have seen that one coming. Farmer. Of course, everybody got Farmer right. Unanimous decision. You ain't going to mess up on that one. I don't think there's anybody who actually bet on the fight. I don't know what this Void is. Granados and Hunter. Points got Void. Berlanga. He had a unanimous decision. I had him with a 9-rounder, but jacked that up. He still got the dub. Kalnacki got his ass, went in there and got his ass. Let me see, is it Adams? Kalnacki. Cusimano got the damn KO. I thought Kalnacki was going to be able to do something. I just screwed up all over the place. Mati got the KO. I had a unanimous decision. Adams got the KO. I had a unanimous decision. Erickson got the KO. I had a unanimous decision. Martinez got the freaking KO in 11. I had the unanimous decision. Perella voided points. I don't know, man. I don't know how to bet on these fights, man. It's like shit. All these, you never know, man. These fighters come in and just do whatever they do. Yeah. Derek said, me too. He said those two rematches threw me off. Yeah. It was a crappy weekend, man. All this shit threw me off. I'm like, I didn't know what to do, man. I thought I had some pretty solid picks, too. I know I had to throw some KOs out there, but, you always gonna you gonna have to throw three. You gonna have to throw three to 5 or 6 KOs out there. You got to. You got to throw them out there. Whether they come in or not, you got to throw them out there because somebody's gonna get their ass knocked out. I just didn't think Lubin was gonna have. I thought he was gonna still be like maybe a little bit gun shy or something, and just with that style. Yeah, a lot of D did great, huh? A lot of D's on it. Like she a professional. I can't stand that girl, man, doing good like that. I'm like, how she picked this shit? What she did? She got extra points or something, man. Ain't no way she had Lubin with no KO. Some of this shit ain't no way you could have predicted. Like the draws and shit, ain't nobody, man, ain't nobody picked them. Ain't nobody picked no draw in none of these fights. And we have end up with one draw. Nobody picked no. Damn. Yeah, that's what I get when I trust people. See, because I was trusting the Kalnaki. He brings his ass back and gets knocked the F out. Like, dude, we thought you had a beard on you. We found out that wasn't even a beard. He had extensions or something. He didn't even have a real beard, Derek. He had extensions. Derek said, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she got them all correct. I'm like, how you, yeah, but how you get a draw? I mean, how you get, that's what I'm saying. How she do that? She just very, she very fortunate, man. She is. She got to be fortunate because ain't no way you gonna pick all them like that. There ain't no way you gonna pick Lubin with the 5th round knockout, man. Who did that? At the best I would have done, I could have changed up. Let me see. One. At the most, I would have changed up maybe 3 fights, and I still wouldn't have done that good. If I changed up 3 fights, I would have just had 30 more points, something like that. Anywhere from 20, something like that, to 30 points. I still would have did. I still would have did great. What always throws me off is these little guys always throw me off. And that's more or less all we had. Let me see. We have flyweight, junior lightweight, bantamweight, lightweight. Okay, so we had like 4. Those gonna mess me up all the time anyway. And another flyweight. It's got like 5 of them. Yep. Derek said I should have had more Martinez by KO. Yeah, that dude is on fire plug. He has a super engine. Yeah, Martinez. Yeah. Sat there, man. Yeah, just don't be thinking about it. Yeah, he just overwhelmed him at the end. I guess it just became too much. But he don't really have, you know what I'm saying, he didn't have, he's like at like 50 something percent KOs. That's all he was at, like 50 something percent KOs. The other guy was at, a higher rate of KOs. But it's good to watch these little guys. These little guys be putting them things in there. Yeah, a lot of D came in second. MZ Talks came in third along with Charles D. And that guy, 132, I don't know, that guy's cheating. How you end up with 142? And then Gil Coles did pretty good. He was tied with 4th with a bunch of them. Remy Champ Ross was at all the way down to 9th. Then I'm off the board somewhere. I'm probably 70th, something like that. Who else do we know that was in there? Damn, I don't even see. Oh yeah, so Trey X up there number 4 too. So, okay, Trey X. Where's Marlo at? Yeah, that's one of our guys that we mess with. Okay, Marlo. Oh, Marlo did okay too though. He down here on the lower level with us. But no, he's 32. So I guess that's overall. I don't know. So Yasser Hussein down there 34. He got some points. Who else we got? I know me and you down at the bottom somewhere. And I fell off the board. Oh, they got me and you right next to each other. Okay, we still in 48. Okay, we haven't dropped down to 50 yet. I said I gotta reassess my thinking. I done got low again, so I got to get back up. I'm still so close though. It's like I can jump from where I'm at and get back into the 20s in 1 week. So hopefully this week I'll do better this week. But you never know, man, because like I said, styles make fights. So a lot of times these style matchups they're not what we think they're gonna be. Yep, those British fighters always throw me up. Yeah, the British fighters. You don't know. You don't be knowing who to pick. See, that's what gives Yasser. That gives him that gives him an advantage over there because he know those British fighters right there. And you see, dude, earlobe. Nah, was it split up really bad? Yeah, he don't hit hard, but he overwhelms you. Yeah, he just keep coming, man. Like you said, he had a little fire plug. Just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. So there's nothing you can do when somebody keeps coming at you like that. Yeah. So what do you think about Canelo's move if it's true? And Oscar De La Hoya trying to clown Eddie Hearns now, like 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 uh like Oscar done kept all his fighters. They all of them ought to stop, man. Ain't nobody keeping their fighters. I'll tell y'all go fight for Don King. He older now, so he'll take the bag. He'll split the bag up with you properly like he's supposed to. Y'all better get with old school Don King. He been in the fight game for 100 years, so he know what's up. Oh, you said look like it's about to fall off. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, man. Thanks for letting me know, Derek. I'm good. Long as you saw it for me, you my eyewitness. I'm straight. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. At least you saw it. Yeah. But yeah, these fans and stuff, everybody's starting to get more and more ridiculous. But I think, so just talk about this for a second. I think the reason that a lot of people are against Earl Spence in this fight is, to be honest, this is my honest assessment, is just my opinion, is I feel a lot of jealousy for Earl Spence. Because Earl Spence got a lot of backing and stuff. When you got a billionaire backing you up and a lot of kinds of other people and stuff, and good fighters, you got people backing you up, then there's a lot of hate out there. People just hate, oh yeah, he gonna get outboxed and this and that and blah 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 blah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I should have some time this week and I'll start putting together, the keys to victory and stuff like that. We're gonna do try to do what we're gonna try to do the skill set. We're gonna try to do what they bring to the table. These two fighters bring to the table best. But I've been noticing is for Earl to lose is mostly hate. Now some people just don't want to say it, like Danny Garcia. They don't really want to say it, but they showing a lot of hate. Where you got a couple of fighters that just keep it straight real. Like Adrian Broner just kept it straight real. Because he was saying, oh yeah, both of those are my people. He said, I'm a little bit closer to Earl. He said, I messed with Earl. Deontay Wilder, just like going with Earl Spence. A lot of people, wasn't nobody hating on Terrence Crawford. They even told I was not hating on Terrence Crawford or nothing like that. But the ones that go for Terrence Crawford, they just straight hate Earl. And they don't say, well, it's not nothing against Earl. They just all out. He's gonna do this and that because he's slicker or what. I'm like, come on. I just hope we don't get taken down. I could do it somewhere else. I might have to do that. I might have to upload. I don't know, and then let them take it down. We see you, D-Ray. Yep. But D-Ray promotion there. He got my arrow up good. That's right, brother. He got my arrow up good to fire the mic. He said blessings at Eagles. He said what it do. He said to the homie Derek Bailey by any means necessary. See, D-Ray had to think about that before he put that down, huh? Oh, D-Ray, salute to the brother. Coming up in Eagles way of boxing. Yeah. But it would be nice if we can get somebody's like real assessment of the fight. Even these fighters, they're really being hesitant. Okay, Derek says salute at D-Ray. I think I had read that. A lot of these fighters are being real hesitant when it comes to this fight. They just like being extra hesitant. Like they don't want to say, like everybody's scared of Bud. Like Bud is just like this, like a real boogeyman on the street. He punking people or whatever. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say. I don't know who was in here. I know Derek's in here. But listen to this, Derek, and see if this makes sense to you. Because everybody jumps on Derek Bailey. I mean, not everybody. Yeah, everybody jumps on Derek Bailey, but his name is Derek too, huh? But Derek James, everybody jumps on Derek James, and they said that he was making a false claim. So they said he made a false claim about Teofimo. But just let me make you understand this: is that there was an interview with Roy Jones Jr. and Roy Jones Jr. said the same thing that Derek James said. He said that Teofimo was 2 times undisputed. He said because he don't care what nobody say. He said when you beat the man that beat the man, then you are the man. Simple as that. He said he don't care nothing about what the bell said or what anybody else said. So when you make that assessment of what Derek James was saying, you take it in a sense that you take it in the whole legal sense that, oh yeah, physically you had these belts and stuff. But no, you got to stop. If Roy Jones can say the same thing that Derek James said without anybody saying anything bad to Roy Jones, because you guys are scared of Roy Jones compared to Derek James. He said the same exact thing. So how do we know how do we know that because Derek James is soft spoken. So how we know that that's not what he was trying to bring across? You know, how we know that's not what he was trying to bring across is the same thing, the same idea that Roy Jones is trying to bring across. See, everybody's just too quick, like to jump. Everybody's like this, like, oh well, shit. Everybody wants to jump. That you say it was say, hey Eagle, did you know they paid $500,000 to go down in the submersible? I didn't know it was five. I thought it was 50,000. But $500,000 to get killed. You said, are they scared or is it just respect? No, they scared of Bud. Then they scared of Bud and they scared of Roy Jones. They ain't respect Roy Jones like that because they'll talk bad about him in one sense. I've heard a lot of people talk real bad about Roy Jones because he made some mistakes when he started losing some of his reflexes and stuff. I've heard people talk bad about him. You know, I heard a comedian say that Roy Jones would sleep like the whole day when he went to go watch him fight. I'm like, that's cold, man. I said Roy Jones would put your ass to sleep for a whole day. You know, that's just how people talk, man. I don't know about no respect, man. Well, D-Ray, back in my day, I said people used to respect. Well, I still get my respect. But I'm saying there was more respect for people. And it's not necessarily that you always respect people. It's just that you showed caution towards people because you don't know them a certain way. But you got to realize today that people are just reckless. You know what I mean? People are just reckless. People say anything. This is everybody. Like there's more cases of people having Tourette's than what is actually documented. A lot of these people just have Tourette's, man. They don't even know it. They just start blurting out shit. I don't know. When I start talking about the Tourette's, man, I've seen this clip of this girl. She was very cute too. And I think they was drinking like Hennessy or something, sitting in the car, her and somebody. And she was like, I'm doing better now. And then she do her face all crazy, like, yeah, but then she take a sip of Hennessy. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. She was, yeah. I'm like, wow. So that's some serious. Now, I'm not trying to play when it comes to that disease. I know, and I understand that it's not mental, it's neurological. I understand that your nerves just make you just do certain stuff because neurological disease. And I'm not making no fun of that. But some people, I think, there may be mild cases of just Tourette's because everybody cannot be, what do they call that one? What's that shit they call there where somebody has a personality, 1 minute they nice and calm, and next minute they blowing up trying to kill somebody? something. I forget what they call it. I'll think of it while we're going right now. Yep. He said, whoever, yeah, yeah. D-Ray said, he said, whoever they are, you make them sound like some batches. Yeah, they batches. Just because people like to say stuff to, I don't know, people want to say stuff to get a laugh, right? Now, a lot of times now I'll say stuff because it's just me in here being me, and but I'm not at the point where I won't take something back and say, you know what, that was kind of wrong. I probably shouldn't have said it like that. See, I'm not that person that I cannot do that. Like, he just ain't gonna never apologize. He's not. No, I can still apologize and all that. You feel me? But some people they're not going to. Once they made their assessment of something, that's it. This is what it is, and this is what it is. You know what I mean? Or if I'm getting paid money to make jokes, then yeah, I can talk bad about the person, you know, who is just like popular right now. So you're real popular right now, so I guess I can just make fun of you, and I can do this or whatever, and I'm gonna get laugh. I'm gonna get a couple more dollars. A lot of times you're not even getting a couple of more dollars. You just want to get that laugh off. But nobody's gonna. I mean, you see how you guys didn't even respond to what I was saying, and this is not. I'm not picking on somebody when I bring this up, but I'm like, you guys take it right away and run with everything that's said. And then somebody else comes back and says the same thing, because you know what it is? Because everybody is so stuck on like what's written down, those stats. Oh, that's not what the box rec said. You go through the box rec, and a fighter can tell you, like, if Ali was here, he'll tell you that he said, oh no, this guy is he's a great champ. And you'll tell Ali, well, that's not what it says on paper. You see what I mean? It only makes sense because I remember on the interview that Ali was bringing up, when they were screwing over him. If you look at some of the old footage, he said that he's the people's champ. I am the original champ. I had the belt that such and such had, and that he had the John O'Sullivan, St. Louis. He was naming off all the fighters that he had the belt from, and that who he had to whoop in order to to become champ, and to tell you that you're not the champ because you ain't whooped nobody. So it's not like the conversation hasn't been around before, even though it wasn't written down in paperwork, that these conversations come around full circle. I don't care, it might be 50 years, 60 years, whatever it is, but these things come back around. And if that's not clear, then if you get mad at me, don't get mad. Just discuss it with me, but don't try to get mad. But I'm just saying, you cannot respect Roy Jones more than you respect Derek James for saying more or less saying the same thing. And does anybody agree with what Roy Jones was saying? Do you agree from I'll put it this way. Do you agree with what Roy Jones was saying about Teofimo from a logical standpoint, rather than just a administrative? That's the way I got to put it. Administrative standpoint. Let's put up a 1 if you agree with Roy Jones, because he said the same thing that Derek James said, but our little Miss Lala D had like such a problem with that, and a lot of people had such a problem with what he was saying. Because what happens is people start looking straight through stuff like, oh no, that's not what people start getting documents. Oh, let me pull the documents out. You know what I mean? Because if I whoop your ass and see Derek Beatty got it, he understand what I was talking. He understand where Roy Jones is coming from. It does make sense. But people get so mad, Derek. They get so upset and they get so mad. to never been undisputed. Yeah, yeah. But what you're missing, D-Ray, is I'm asking, like, if you're using this, if you're not looking at it administratively, does it make sense? Even if you go back to what I was saying with like what Ali was saying, it's not like this conversation or these conversations haven't came up before. But sometimes people get mad at one person, but they're not gonna get mad at another person because the first person didn't put it into perspective of what you was talking about. Because he was looking at, see the way Derek James was looking at it, like, oh, I'm a boxer, I'm a fighter. Yeah, this guy, he beat him, so yeah, he's more or less undisputed too. You see what I mean? Because it's like Roy Jones said, when you beat the man that beat the man, then it's very logical to me. It makes sense to me, and the reason it makes sense to me is because it don't matter if you strapless or you got all the straps. It don't matter. If you had all the straps and I whoop your ass, that's more or less, you more or less said that I got all the straps off of you. Because if you was holding all them straps at the time, then guess what? I would have had every last one of them straps. Because I still whooped your ass. It just makes sense. He said Tio Loma, it's ducking. Duck season from Devin. I see, and then this is the way I look at that one. The way I look at that, D-Ray, is I look at that as, now follow me, and you can agree if you want, or you can just look at it your way. I think that Tio, okay, he listened to what other people tells him, but what I feel like he's doing is he's trying to gauge his popularity. He's trying to gauge his popularity in this, and so that way he can put in like a higher demand for some money. I think he probably does deserve a little bit more money. I don't know. Is he real exciting? He's kind of exciting. He done some shit that people didn't think he was gonna do. You know. He got the only thing I don't. The only thing is he gets hit a little bit too much though. And while he's talking shit about Tank, I don't see him, being able to stand up to Tank hitting him like Campbell hitting him. I can't stand it. You can't let Tank hit you like that. Because if Tank hits you like that, it's over. Y'all, sir, my brother. Y'all, sir, Hussein here. I seen you up there with your 100 points, man. Because of them damn British fighters done threw me and Derek Bailey off. He said, salute the eagle. Yeah, them damn UK fighters be killing us, man. We can't make the right assessment when you got you blokes on the list. Y'all screwing us up, man. Y'all got us falling off the map. Y'all gonna have me down to, I'll be number 99 out of 100 or something in a minute. But I'm trying to make my comeback this week. Yeah, Eagle, try to make that Eagle comeback. So once I make the Eagle come back, I'm straight. Yeah. Derek Bailey said, salute at y'all, sir Hussein. Y'all, sir, said, salute Fairback, Derek Bailey. In at D-Rate with the promotions, baby. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at something right now. It's just telling me it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3. And it is easy as 1, 2, 3. I think I might have to do this. Alrighty. Okay, that'll get me. Neat. Sorry about that, y'all. I gotta look at something real quick. These itchy. I'm looking at some wires, man. I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring y'all. Yes, I am. But not like that. I just gotta check and see. Oh, but y'all saw right back? Yep. Okay. D-Ray is at y'all, sir. He got the fist up good. So back to that first point that Derek Brady understood that D-Ray went off the other way with. Like I said, Derek James said the same thing. I mean, Roy Jones said the same thing that Derek James said. But see, what happens is people just, everybody is so precisely uh, focused on paperwork to the point to where, is what's even getting fighters to doing this shit is the resume, the actual who you fought and what you did is just like, it's almost like, and to make this point clear, I would say that if nobody picks up belts, I would say if you drop your belts, now I'm gonna go out on here. I'm gonna go so far as to say this: if you drop your belts, like you let your belts go, say you're undisputed, and you let your belts go, and you scheduled to fight somebody, if that person whooped your ass, I'm looking at them the same way that they undisputed before somebody picks up the belts. Because if you just drop your belts, nobody has your belts yet, and you get your ass whooped, hey, technically, in my mind, I'm looking at the person who just whooped your ass. They in my mind, they're undisputed. I don't care what them belts is, they undisputed. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna put them as number one to collect every last one of them belts before you even come up with some kind of tournament or whatever you do, eliminator to get those belts. I'm gonna put that person ahead of everybody. For every last organization, I'm gonna put that person ahead. Like, okay, he whooped the man's ass, so I'm gonna put him ahead of everybody. Now, it's not a legal thing. No, you just reaching. No, I'm not reaching. I'm just saying it only makes sense. Because if you never relinquish the belts, you were still getting that ass whooped. And I think that's the point that Roy Jones is trying to make. And I think that Derek James was trying to make that point, but he's kind of quiet spoken, so he didn't get a chance to finish everything he was saying, because they jumped on him right away. Terrence Crawford jumped on him like right away. He's like, "Oh man, just forget it. You're not getting." He instead of arguing like, "Man, you ain't getting what I'm saying," you know what I mean? Because nobody was gonna get what he was saying, so it's like, okay, you ain't understanding. So. And if you're not understanding, just forget it. And I dig it. I can understand why he would do that. Like, man, okay, you're right. It's like, you're right, brother. You got it. You got me. Because that's what kind of sense it makes. It makes that type of sense. That if a person whoops somebody's ass that's more or less, that was undisputed, and just because they gave up belts or whatever, then you more or less undisputed. So that's my argument. I'm sticking with it. And if y'all want to jump on Eagle, that's fine, because in Eagles Way of Boxing, anybody, including the host, can get it. And y'all already know that. You already know I ain't scared of no smoke, Derek. I ain't scared of no smoke. Y'all come get some. Come on, y'all. Come and get some. Come and get some. See if I don't turn them over right. See if I don't keep them tight. Hey, Derek, you taking your ass to Vegas? You and y'all, sir? Y'all going to check out the fight? What about D-Ray? D-Ray, you going to the fight? We're going to hook up for... we're going to do gin shots, man. We ain't doing no tequila shots. We're going to do shots of gin, man. We're going to do gin shots, or maybe, I don't know. No, if y'all so show up, we got to do, what you do over there, y'all? So we got to do ale. What y'all drink? Y'all drink ale? British ale. We got to drink ale if y'all so show up. So we be drinking, toasting the ale, because I don't want no crumpets. I don't want no crumpets and tea. We ain't doing crumpets and tea. Even if we don't do something that's considered adult, we got to do something. Even if we don't do, Yeah, even if we don't do it. Hey, go, man. I'm still waiting on my little brother, man, to see what we're going to do, man. I'll let you know, man. I'll email you. I don't think I got your number, though. But if you want to shoot that to me, you can shoot that to me. I'm gonna give y'all my personal email. I'll give y'all my personal email that way. I gave it in here one time, but I'll give y'all my personal my email, the one that's in my name. So I'll give you guys my personal email so y'all can stay in touch. You know, I've been looking at some places and shit, but I got to find out how to get this land there. Cause I'm not gonna do this shit forever, man. I'm trying to get off this grid. Cause all this stuff that they keep talking about, all this, like the solar panels, all you can make all that shit yourself, man. They always trying to keep somebody from doing something. Man, you can make your own wind generator. You see, but here's the trick. Is that the trick is that they want to try. They have these codes, like these building codes and stuff like that. I actually when I was growing up, that we had somebody in our neighborhood before they started with this BS. We had somebody in our neighborhood that had a windmill. Well, here's the thing with the windmill is that people look at it as being this big, monstrous size propeller and all that, but that's not the case. It doesn't have to be like that. You can still make a windmill. You can just make it with a little turbine. They already had those things. They had those since probably the late 1800s. They had those things. And you can see them on top of the old buildings. It's just a little turbine. You can turn that same little turbine that they have on top of the roof, you can turn that into a generator. Very simple. Yeah. But that's something else. But I want to be able to do that too, though. So yeah, I want to be able to do that. So that's one thing we want to most, definitely get done. But at least I always get one or two people that actually understand what I was saying. And then some people don't know technically what it, they get into that box rec mentality and paperwork like they're a statistician, like they're a statistician or something. Like they just sit back, all they do is work with numbers and shit. They account. Oh no, on this night of June 15th, 1999. Man, get your ass out of here with all that, because that's not what the point is. Not always something that has to be in stone, because we fight and argue about everything. Even if somebody win a fight, we still argue about it. Do you think he won? No, I don't think he won. And sometimes they know it was a complete bad decision. And when they know it was a complete bad decision, they'll make them, re-up, or y'all gonna have to fight again. See, so it's not like all the fans are not completely insane. Okay, yeah, sir said I would have if I didn't come back from Kashmir a few weeks ago. Yeah, we know you back, brother. Yeah, we know you back. We know you back in the house, man. We welcomed you back, man. What you want? You should still show up, man. You should still show up, man, because I owe you a headlock. I owe you a headlock, brother. Or rear naked. I owe you a rear naked. Guillotine. I had to put a guillotine choke on somebody once. You believe that I had to put a guillotine choke on somebody because of sparring? It only that just sound crazy. You had to put the guillotine choke on his ass because he was acting up. Wow, that's not good, brother. It's not good when you got to put the guillotine on somebody. Yeah, he kept coming at me like that. Yeah, I had to put that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Don't think missus and kids would be having it. It was gone for over 6 weeks. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's true. That's right. I forgot about that because you went alone too, huh? Said, where you going now? Yo, you on your way out again? Miss Hussein gonna be like, oh, Miss Hussein gonna be like, don't, hey, don't even try to come back. She gonna tell you, don't even try to come back. You trying to pull this, you old Eagles Web and them want you to go to some fights, huh, over in those states, huh? She's gonna be like, nah. And as soon as you mention Derek Bailey, you in trouble. As soon as you say Derek Bailey's name, you already in trouble just for saying Derek Bailey. You in trouble. She don't want to hear nothing about Derek Bailey because she know he ain't nothing but trouble. She don't want to hear nothing about that. She like, nah, I don't want to hear nothing about no Derek Bailey. You know he ain't nothing but trouble. He a troublemaker. Yeah, he caused trouble. Said she like Eagle though, so she know Eagle ain't gonna. She know I keep you out of trouble. She don't trust Derek and them. Let me. I was speaking on it. Yeah, she don't like Derek and them. Nah. For them, nah, it's already a wrap. They just no. Not the bad guys. Yeah, those are the bad guys. Eagle's the good guy. Those are the bad guys. Because I try to keep all the peace and stuff. But yeah, that's one of the pieces of information I wanted to get out. It was about the Teofimo thing because a lot of times, like even if I'm watching something, I had to go back and watch it again. It's just like us in here. A lot of times we watching the fights and stuff. It's like, why didn't even see that? I got to go back. So we got to go back and just assess it a little bit better. A lot of times we just don't. A lot of times, oh, you heard, you get on that defensive mode where you're like, oh, you heard what he said? Did you hear what he said? Yeah, I heard what he said. Don't take it like that. That's not what he was. He wasn't putting it out like with the way you're taking it. You're just getting all extra sensitive and stuff. Wasn't nobody putting it out like that. That's what he said. Boop, 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 boop. It don't matter. I mean, we still 4 weeks out, and you got these crazy ass fans on both sides that's driving good fans up the wall. And it's not going to get no better with them. They just getting crazier and crazier. Oh, Bud going to smoke Earl. He going to do this to Earl. He going to fish fry Earl. And anytime you start using the language that the fighter's using, you a fanboy. When you start talking about, if you say some of the stuff, but if you saying that, oh, he going to fry him, and if you start saying that type of shit, the same shit, then you too much of a fanboy. I know Earl calling this, if he's a big fish, then I'm probably not going to use the same thing. Matter of fact, I was thinking about it. If you guys decide to go, I was going to get some shirts made. I'm going to get some Eagles Web shirts. Y'all can, which I have to have done in another week or so. I was going to do some Eagles Web shirts with the fight. And whoever you pick, I'll design the shirt to where it matches your energy. So I was thinking about putting our logo on there. And also like something like maybe a shark smoking a blunt or something like that, or just the words. We just say what we got to say. We might just say let's see it. And we put let's see it, and put smoke or fries like that. Smoke or fries, or fried. So smoke or fried. Let's see it. I think this is a cool little idea. But I'm not 100% on it because I already have the ability to do that. So I was thinking about doing that. Shit, man, I can design some shirts that I think is even doper than the ones they got. I'm just saying. They're going to ask. Let's ask Mrs. Hussein if y'all sir can come out and play with us over in Vegas. Is that okay, Mrs. Hussein? Can y'all sir come out and play with us in Vegas? Watch the fight. Promise to keep him out of trouble. If he's in any trouble, I'll kneel before you, and you can do the power slap on me. And I ain't trying to offer my face for no power slaps like that. I seen this thing, Derek Bailey, that they said that one of Joe Rogan, They said wonder if he puts I think it was artificial intelligent robots in the slap contest. I was like, man, I don't know. Nah, I couldn't. It's worse enough having a man slapping me, but I couldn't have a machine slapping me because I know if I slap that machine back, he really don't have. He don't have the feelings that I got. I mean, I ain't really. Even if I take his head off, they can just put his head back on. You know what I mean? But if he knocked part of my brains out, then part of my brains is just gone. So I'm just done. Say, where your brains go? I don't know. He just slapped the brains out of me. This robot. But that's a crazy contest, though. The super, the super slap 5. Oh, this is what I was gonna ask you. If any, you guys still in here? We'll get out of here in a second. But what I wanted to know, Derek, where can I go? Where can I get the schedule? Because I know it should be coming up. Where can I get the schedule for the big 3? Because I know they're gonna have some probably in y'all where y'all live at. They're gonna have some over here close to where I live at. If anybody knows that information, please send that to me or put it up in the chat. If you guys know where I can get that, where I can find out the information for the big 3. And if you look on YouTube, and also when you look on YouTube, find out what Ice Cube is talking about. He said they're doing some things to him. They're blocking some of the stuff that he does. When I say they, I have no idea what they is, but people always say they. So I'm tend to be stuck on that same thing too when people talk about they. I mean, we understand what the they is. We just can't. To be honest, we just cannot identify them properly. And that's the most frustrating thing for me. Is that we can mention this all day long, but we can never identify them properly. The ones with all this power, man. I heard, now this is another, so this is off topic also. Y'all, sir, I don't know. Y'all, sir, let us know. So, there's supposed to be a registration, Derek Bailey and y'all, sir, and D. Ray, whoever else. There's supposed to be some type of registration that you have to have now. I don't know if you guys have it over there, y'all, sir, but we got it over here. It's supposed to be a registration if you grow any vegetables in your yard, that you have to register your garden. So I don't understand that. If you guys know anything about that, I know we're off for boxing right now. So if you guys only have to hear boxing stuff, then just go out, because we're not talking right now boxing. I mean, they can throw it in there, then I'll talk about it. But right now, I was asking about Ice Cube. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, they going after Cube. Yep. But that's insane. So you mean if I have a garden, I got to register my garden now? What kind of world are we living in where you got to register your garden now? This just ain't making no sense to me. I'm sorry, if I got to register my garden, what do you mean I can't grow no cucumbers and stuff in my yard? If I grow some squash out there, y'all need to know? That shit's crazy, man. Yeah, but I'm going to make it to some. I'm gonna try to make. Oh, he said no, not over here. Yeah, yeah, but over here, brother, that's what they doing. What kind of stupid shit is that? So I'm gonna try to support him. I'm gonna go support Ice Cube this year. You know, I haven't been getting the chance to get in, but I'm gonna support him, man. Especially anytime somebody's chasing after you, anytime somebody's trying to do something to you, I'm gonna support you. You ain't got to worry about ego. I'm gonna support you. Somebody doing some stupid shit. Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? It's like F that. It's like they ain't got no business. You know, they ain't got no business chasing after the brother like that. What he doing is he's doing things that's positive. Uh, and I was really happy when he got the one brother. What's his name? What's his name? Ahmad. What's his name? Ahmad something. When he got that one brother that was playing for Denver, when he got him, because the league blackballed him, he would have been went down in history as one of the best players in the NBA, and they screwed over him. He just giving people chances and just trying to do something different. Now, if he wanted to do something real dirty, if they think that's dirty, if they want to mess with him now, he'll just turn the big three and flip it and turn it to the big five. Oh shit! He'd turn it to the big five and compete with the NBA. There's enough players that's good enough that they're not in the NBA. They would definitely be on that route. Would definitely go that route. Especially you got now you're gonna have a bigger crowd and everything else, because he already got the name. Yep, Derek Bay said. He said, "I'm not shocked." Uh, he said they want you to be healthy. Time to leave the country. Oh, they don't want you. Yeah, they don't want you to be. I'm thinking about that too, man. I'm so stuck right now. You know the effed up thing about, I'm telling y'all what's so messed up. Okay. Y'all sir said they haven't got to him yet. I'm gonna tell you the messed up thing, brother. This is the worst thing. The worst thing is, see, y'all sir talked about. He was just talking about his family earlier, right? That's family. That's pressure from your family, right? That's okay, because that's what you're supposed to deal with. Anything that your family brings up, you're supposed to have to deal with that. But you're not. I shouldn't feel pressure dealing with my government. I shouldn't feel like I'm pressured because I got to deal with my government. There's no way I should be feeling like I'm pressured. Like, damn, should I move here or move here? Shit, I don't know where to go. Just jumping up in the air and or stomping around in a circle because you can't do anything that you want to do. But they call this free. Ain't no way in the hell this is free. You can't do nothing you want to do. They got limits on everything. Speed limits and everything else on everything. Food limits, everything. Just because I don't want to ingest the shit that you putting in my food, now you're going to monitor. And why would I register my garden anyway? Why would I register that? What are you, so what does that do if I'll let y'all figure that one out. What does it do if I register my garden? Y'all give me your thoughts on that. If I register my garden, how is that helpful to you as a government? Just think about it. How is that helpful to you if I register my garden? What possible? Are you gonna put me on some kind of list? Okay, I'm not. I'm just asking. But are you gonna put me on some kind of list? If I'm doing my own gardening, what you gonna do? And I could think of it. I'm just not. I'm not bringing up the other scenario, but I'm just saying. That's crazy though. Oh yeah, we're going to register your garden. That's so, man. That's so lame. These people are so. I don't know about you. Where you at? Y'all said you guys probably don't have this problem, but we've been having this problem probably since the 50s or 60s or something like that. Is that they actually go through our forest. They go through our forest and they look for, like, um, not illegal farms per se, not like the farms, but they look for illegal the illegal marijuana plants. How could marijuana be illegal far as plant wise in the first place? And I'm sorry, you should be able to, if it doesn't hurt the environment, you should be able to plant anything that you want to plant. You should be able to plant because it's a plant. It was here anyway. I mean, the nerve of you saying that, oh, we had to burn this whole field. They're going to burn a whole field of weed, get the whole community high. But it shouldn't, you can't be there. Man, please. Good damn well them cops, or those, hey, whoever was burning all that weed, you can't help but, you couldn't help but get contact, smoke high off all that shit? Huh? You burning up 3 tons of weed, and you standing right up over, and you think you ain't getting high? Man, you high as on the way. Your body don't even know how to register all that smoke going into your lungs. Yeah, shit's crazy, man. I'm just saying that shit's crazy. Just to think about it, it just is. It's just crazy, man. How they? I mean, come on, what you gonna do? So here's my idea. Since you guys didn't really, Derek said, because they said so. Because we said so. Yeah, that's the whole. That's hey. That's that parental guidance type of shit, Derek. That's either parental guidance or I'm a bully and shit. But I'm gonna give you my thought. My thought is that, and I don't even want to say this, but I think they're gonna put you on some kind of list. It's not gonna be exactly a terrorist list, but they're gonna put you on some kind of list. Or this is even worse. They're gonna send somebody over there to mess around, and I'm trying to keep it in it so we don't get in too much trouble. They're gonna send somebody over there to mess around, brother, and that's my thoughts on it. Is they gonna send somebody over there to mess around? Hmm? Now, if I'm wrong, I want to be wrong. But if not, no, 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 no. I said the reason that they gonna do it, and I said I didn't really want to say it. I said that they gonna put you on some kind of list, uh, or they gonna send somebody over there. They gonna send somebody to come see about you, and that shouldn't be too damaging. I should be able to say that without getting any kind of trouble. If they send somebody to come see about you, that's a vague term. Just see about your situation, to see how you're doing. Y'all know what the hell it is, man. That's one thing I don't even like that, man. I gotta come in here and we gotta, like, more or less, we gotta be speaking in code and shit all the time, because people just everything is so sensitive to where we can't talk about nothing. Oh, they're in there talking about that shit again. That damn eagle. That eagle. They're gonna be. I saw Derek in there too. Derek was in there, and y'all sir was in there. They're gonna start telling everybody who was in here at the time. Yep. But we gotta do better this week, Derek. British fighters killing us. Oh man, we getting mopped. Because even if I think about these fighters and I go back and look at clips, I still make a bad assessment. I was like, oh yeah, this fighter, he always inside. This fighter is always outside. Okay, so I got the outside fighter, because if neither one of them can punch, it'd be like majority or unanimous decision, go for the outside puncher, and then he gets drawn into an inside fight and gets knocked out or something. I'm like, oh man, so that's all we needed. That's what they talk about, the styles make fights. We'll get more into it as we go along. I got to try to get some stuff together. Maybe some stills or something like that. Maybe that'll help me out if I can get some stills together. So that way, if I don't use too big of clips, because I know if I use too big of clips, then we'll end up, it'll be an Eagles way up. We'll be down for the count. I'll get one of their little threatening letters or something like that. I think we're still up now though, but I don't know, man. This little forum, we getting more trouble in this little forum than people get into, and we don't even try to bring up a lot of stuff. But yeah, that whole sub there. You know what? That's funny because I restored my pages today when I was coming online, And the first thing I saw was when I went to the YouTube. The first thing I saw was that sub, that Japanese sub that we was talking about. Said, "No, ain't no way in the hell I get in that." Or Chinese sub, right? So ain't no way in the hell I go down there. Cause I still for me, it's still kind of unbelievable that they came up with this whole implosion thing. That might be true, but y'all got to pull that shit up and show us. And if it is imploded, I bet y'all paid money for it. It probably ain't gonna show. And make sure when you show us the wreckage that it looks like the wreckage, because if it's imploded, for all the stuff that you showed us that implodes, it doesn't destroy it. So we're not gonna go with fragments or pieces, because if it's imploded, it's just like a folded up can. So don't give us that bullshit. Show us the whole shit. Don't try to play us. Don't try to play us, especially if it exploded way before it was supposed to. Don't try to play us. Because I know how they do. Oh, yeah, well, this is how. Nah, that ain't what happened. Y'all stop trying to play us. That's what y'all doing. Shit, I know a guy that used to, you know, shit, that was his duty. He was on it. He was assigned a submarine. Said he was always in the submarine. He said, shit, when they make that dive, he said everybody in that whole thing gets quiet. Yeah, shit, man, I wouldn't go down in no sub. I mean, just if I had to, but I ain't volunteering just hopping on no sub. I don't trust that. I don't trust the shit they make. And plus, you should never scared me up with all these movies and shit. You scared me up by making me watch when I watch all these movies of these subs and shit like that. And they ain't really probably even as worried about the sub going down. I'm worried about any kind of efforts to rescue my ass in an upside down sub and all that. You know, that's what I'm thinking. My man, this shit capsize on my ass or something like that, or I gotta, you know, break through the hull or all this shit. I got, man, F that. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all go ahead and recruit and take Derek back when it comes to something like that. Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what this is, man. It's Eagles Way of Boxing, man. Monday, and we talked a little bit about it. We'll get back. I think Wednesday, I think we good. We good to go on Wednesday. But y'all know what it is. No matter what day it is, no matter what time it is, if you're in Eagles Way of Boxing, it's nothing but blessings. That's how we do it, Derek. We don't play around like that. Yeah, we'll get more on like Jamal and them later. At least we'll have something to talk about. So we'll see if Jamal if he's gonna be able to fight Canelo. What Canelo? I just don't like to see my thing there is I don't like to be held like a lot everybody else is being held hostage. I don't like to be held hostage on your decisions if you're a fighter. You know, I don't need to be held hostage because of your decisions. Go and make the right decision. Get the fight done. I don't need to wait on you. Because I'm going to feel bad every second that I wait on you. I'm feeling bad like, oh man, I got to wait on this fool, man. This call the fight, man. Let's get the fights in. Because everybody thought that the whole Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis was going to start getting his fights. Now they saying that the Earl Spence versus Bud is going to start getting this fight. People going to risk their old. But every time they say that, nobody risks their old. And then everybody falls right back on Canelo. What is Canelo doing? Because he got all the money. I don't know how he became money man like that. I mean, I ain't trying to check his pocketbook, but I don't know how he became money man like that. I'm sorry, he's not exciting enough for me to make. Shit, Tank is more exciting to me than him. There's a lot of fighters more exciting than him. I'm like, why? How is he? Really? I'm a hater, man. So if y'all want to put me down there, y'all can put me down as a hater, man. But anyway, I'm going to catch y'all, man.